There is something deeply wrong with the bread sitting on your table. It looks harmless, soft, white, wrapped in plastic, but it has almost nothing in common with the bread that fed humanity for thousands of years. Bread was once called the staff of life. It built civilizations. It fed armies. It kept families alive through famine, war, and brutal winters. And yet today, that same word, bread, describes a food that bloats your stomach, spikes your blood sugar, and leaves you hungry again an hour later.
So what happened? Did human digestion suddenly become weak? Or did bread change into something your body no longer recognizes as food? The answer lies in the medieval world, and the food industry hopes you never look back. Before we go deeper, leave a comment below. Do you feel bloated, tired, foggy, or uncomfortable after eating bread? Because what you're about to learn will permanently change how you see every loaf on the shelf. When bread was real food. In the year 1324, in a small village outside York, England, the average peasant ate 2 to 3 pounds of bread every single day. Not as a side dish, not as a treat, bread was the meal. It provided nearly 70% of daily calories.
And these were not sedentary people. They plowed fields by hand. They hauled stone blocks. They built cathedrals that still stand today. They worked 12-hour days on bread alone. No diabetes epidemic, no obesity crisis, no gluten intolerance sweeping the population. Bread did not make them sick, it made them strong. Fast forward to today, 1 in 3 adults is pre-diabetic. Celiac disease has increased over 400% since the 1950s. Millions suffer from bloating, fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, symptoms doctors struggle to explain. Your grandparents ate bread their entire lives without a problem. So what changed? Modern bread is not bread. Pick up a loaf of modern supermarket bread. Read the ingredients: enriched wheat flour, sugar, seed oils, preservatives, emulsifiers, dough conditioners, sometimes 20 to 30 ingredients. Medieval bread had 3: flour, water, salt, sometimes yeast. That's it. Modern bread requires chemicals to stay soft for 2 weeks on a shelf. That alone should raise suspicion. But the problem goes deeper, because the wheat itself is no longer the same. The wheat was engineered. Ancient wheat varieties were genetically simple. Einkorn had 14 chromosomes, emmer had 28. Modern wheat has 42. That complexity didn't come from nature. It came from laboratories and industrial breeding programs. In the mid-20th century, wheat was redesigned for one purpose: maximum yield. Not nutrition, not digestibility, yield. The gluten structure became stronger, more elastic, more resistant to digestion. Proteins were altered in ways the human gut had never encountered before. Your immune system reacts not because you are broken, but because the wheat is unfamiliar. Milling destroyed nutrition. Medieval flour was stone ground, slow, cool, gentle. The entire grain was used: bran, germ, and endosperm. Fiber remained. Minerals remained. Healthy fats remained. Modern roller milling strips all of that away. The bran and germ are removed because their oils shorten shelf life. What remains is pure starch, bleached, refined, nutritionally hollow. Then vitamins are added back just enough to meet legal requirements. This is called enriched. In reality, it is reconstructed food. Fermentation, the lost process. Medieval bakers did not rush.
dough fermented for 12 to 24 hours, sometimes longer. Wild yeasts and bacteria pre-digested the bread. They broke down gluten. They neutralized phytic acid. They unlocked minerals. They reduced gut-irritating compounds. By the time the bread was baked, it was already easier to digest. Modern bread skips this step entirely. Mixed, risen, baked, all in under 3 hours. Raw proteins hit your gut at full strength. Your body reacts exactly as it should. Blood sugar and metabolic damage. White bread has a glycemic index higher than table sugar. That means it spikes blood glucose faster than candy. Insulin surges, blood sugar crashes. You feel hungry again. Repeat this cycle for years, and insulin resistance develops. This is the foundation of type 2 diabetes. Medieval bread released energy slowly. It sustained labor without hormonal chaos. Modern chemical load. Modern wheat is sprayed repeatedly with herbicides and fungicides, but the most disturbing practice is pre-harvest desiccation. Weeks before harvest, fields are sprayed with glyphosate. Residue ends up in the grain. Glyphosate disrupts gut bacteria, the very microbes needed to digest food properly. Medieval wheat never encountered chemicals. It was grown in living soil. Proof from modern studies. Studies show that people who react badly to modern bread often tolerate ancient fermented bread without symptoms. Less bloating, less pain, better digestion. The wheat wasn't the problem. The industrial processing was. Why we abandoned real bread. After World War II, efficiency became everything. Higher yields, faster production, longer shelf life. Nutrition was sacrificed. Bread became cheaper, and your health paid the price. When disease rates exploded, the industry blamed you. You're sensitive, you're intolerant, you're defective. But the timeline tells a different story. How to eat bread again. If you want bread that doesn't make you sick, choose ancient grains, stone ground flour, long fermentation, or reduce bread entirely. The goal isn't to live like a medieval peasant. The goal is to eat food your body recognizes. Medieval bread wasn't magical. It was respected. Grown slowly, milled gently, fermented patiently. We didn't lose the secret. We buried it under convenience. Bread fed humanity for thousands of years. It didn't suddenly become harmful. We changed it. And your body knows the difference. Subscribe, because the past still has answers, and we're digging them up.